we all should have the same mission in our head, which is to protect each other. That is your job as a soldier all the time, no matter what your mission is. And for this, I think it's the same thing. Do what you can to protect your fellow brothers and sisters who are here serving with you. I'm a physician, I'm also public health trained, so my primary role is largely advisement to the commands. So I'm from New York City originally, so everybody's probably seen what's going on there. There are hundreds of thousands of cases in the US and thousands of people are dying. Given that sort of global climate and what is going on in the world, I think there's a recognition that we need to do our part here to prevent that from happening here.
You have different commands, and within those commands you have these subject matter experts and people with different skill sets. And so from the medical command perspectives, we're trying to synchronize our efforts, aligning with like the CDC guidelines and everything in order to try to mitigate the spread of COVID.
So we have the things we tell you to do, wear the mask, social distance, etc. Those are things you can do very easily. We are 6 feet apart right now and we are talking pretty easily, so you can still communicate and still hang out with your friends and still maintain that distance. And that's something personally you can do. I think because of what's going on sort of in the environment as well, I think we also have to be more responsible for cleaning up our environment. Whether you're a colonel or you're a private first class, you see trash or something that needs fixed, do it.
The virus can live on a surface for about 72 hours. And so you don't want to touch a surface, shake somebody's hand, and go ahead and touch your face. And in washing your hands, you have to wash it with soap and water, right? For 20 seconds. Or use, I think, hand sanitizer that's about 60% alcohol, that's alcohol-based at about 60%. And cough etiquette, which means like coughing into your elbow.
The reason for wearing the mask is for me, as the person wearing it, to protect everybody else. So it's not about me protecting me, it's about me protecting you. So if I have the infection and don't know it, or haven't gotten sick yet, I could still spread it, but by wearing the mask, hopefully I'm reducing that risk. So it's really trying to protect the whole force as much as possible. And in particular here at AJ, that's important because we're the gateway for all of CENTCOM. So everybody who's coming and going to everywhere else in this region comes through here, and if we here don't do as good a job as we can to prevent COVID on base and spreading through base, then we put all those soldiers at risk as well, and they're the ones who are going out there and doing the fighting mission. So we need to do our job to protect them as well.
Cough, fever, shortness of breath, diarrhea, loss of taste, loss of smell. Those are the symptoms that we'd be looking for.
Some of these are sort of non-specific, so it may be hard for you as a soldier to figure out, hey, do I have this or not? So my first advice is don't go to work, don't go to your office, whatever you are, report to your first line leader, and then you should go seek medical care. In general, I think as soldiers, we have a mentality that push through, keep going, mission happens. So if I'm sick, I'm gonna go to work. In this environment, we don't want you to do that. It is the primary goal of the Army and the command teams here to make sure everybody is taken care of so that your basic needs at a minimum we can manage. So making sure you have food. It may not be the greatest selection in the world, but making sure you actually are fed.
There's a method to the madness, so things are getting done for a reason, and it is to protect.
Here, you have to think about everybody else who's in CENTCOM, all of your brothers and sisters who are serving the country. So from that perspective, I think we all have a greater sense of responsibility and a greater sense of trying to help each other and sort of fight that mission.